In a world of bald, bearded MCOC YouTubers who wear glasses, there comes up, shall we say, a man who is also bald, who is also bearded, but who doesn't wear glasses. and whose own stream is playing in the background noise. Tom, I would marry you with a sense of humor like that. Definitely. Can I Brian? What am I doing? I don't know what's going on. So I can't actually access my chat from over in OBS because that's kind of lame. So do I have to find my own? Oh God! All right. Thanks everybody for coming by. I do appreciate it. Gotta have to mute my own channel so that I can go to it and then I can mod people, I guess. So, how do I do that? Add moderator. Oh, okay. There's one. Contest champion verified. There we go. There's another one. Well, Tom, technically I am a priest of the Church of Dudism, or pastor, or some. I'm not exactly sure what it is. One night I was drunk and I went online and I got a certificate, so now I can marry people, legally speaking. So, not sure if I can marry myself to someone else, obviously. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. What's going on tonight, guys? Thanks for coming and dropping by. Yeah, Google there. But I appreciate kind of testing things out to see how it goes. I think I need to do an energy dump to start off with. Is there something that I did wrench you first? Back to to find BG. So yeah. It's why did you hear it? What did he do? Voice going in and out. Ghost dog. Okay. I don't know if that's just the device that I'm using. I have a lapel mic here, so I don't know how good that is. If I do this more, I'll probably try and upgrade. What is it? So is it too quiet, or is it just going in and out? All right. So Brian, how do I fix that? If I lower the volume so that I'm not spiking, is that gonna work out? I think I don't want to spike into the red, correct? Because then it might have an automatic noise gate. It gets muffled, huh? Cracking noise and my voice is dimming, sort of robotic. Well, I don't know how to fix that. Oh, it sounds better now. Okay, well, I turned down the volume in the stream just to see if that works so it doesn't go to the noise gate there. I think maybe if you... Okay, sounds okay now? Alright, so if you guys just turn it up on your end, I think that's better. Keep the mic closer. It's in the same place. Well, if I raise the volume back up, Philip M. Serious, then I think it'll do the... When I tapped the mic, it fixed it? Oh. Alright, well, I guess I can't move now, so... We shall see. Turn it back up, play with it? Okay, well, I'll try. Here, I'm turning it back up. I'm turning it back up so now that I'm just speaking at a normal volume, it's going to spike into the red again sometimes. How is it sounding now, guys? Is it going robotic and cutting in and out again? Tom wants a divorce already? Oh, as much as I do? That's gonna be crazy. Game volume louder than my voice. Okay. I think I can turn that down slightly. Sounds good. Perfect now. I don't know. Maybe it was just tapping on it. Who knows? Anyways. What is the leak showing on YouTube? Because... Delicious, delicious water. and see what I can do here. I don't think I'm going to get that mystic. I've already finished Uncollected. Let's just do one thing in Master real quick here to jump through. It's cracking again. It's back. Sounds good, but I think when your beard, when my bread rubs it, it could just be the mic quality. Turn it down ever so slightly. The game volume or the... Wait. Oh, it's like that. Whoa. Dr. Doob, I appreciate that. I don't know. Who knows? More. Crackly like a cord problem. What happened to the headset? Well, the headset doesn't, it has kind of worse quality, I feel like. When I was talking to you, it sounded fine. When I used it just by itself, trying to do like a video recording earlier, it was not excellent. This one actually sounded better. So I could try the other one, but this did sound better, like in the video I sent you to test it. When I look down, it starts sounding bad. Okay. I think so. On Cyber Weekend, I may or may not have gotten some Target gift cards, and I believe they do sell like Blue Yeti microphones. I could go and just get one of those. Now it's sounding good again, so I just got to keep my head back. Do not move a muscle, Abdpapa. Okay, I'll just keep my head up. That's where my camera is too, guys. I don't know. I was talking to Captain Bay and Chris and BG about this earlier. They've all been kind of helping me out with this stuff, and the camera I got is pretty common HD webcam that's in like 1080p. I think it's the exact same one that Captain Bay has, but his quality seems way better than mine. And I don't know if it's just because it's the lighting issue. I'm literally just sitting here on my couch. I have the camera attached to the top of my 65-inch TV, and so I just was trying to figure it out where I'd be most comfortable. I had it on a table next to me, and it just showed off like a lot of my double chin and my, tubby gut. So I was like, well, we'll just move it away. I had to crop it weird to get it to show up like this, because you can't see it right now, but the shot has all the rest of my apartment, so you can see like my dirty dishes, which are over that direction. Now you can finally picture BG's rooftop 4th of July story. Yeah, Curtis, except for picture Laura standing next to us, and then some random dude just coming up and being like, here, I have these beers, you should drink them. Clip it down slightly, like move it away from me. Oh, hey, look, that's Zoe behind me. Hey, Zoe. Hi, did you want something here? Yeah, that's yours if you want it. That's what I have to keep you quiet on the stream. Well, you gotta take it. Yeah, over here. No? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you gotta take it. Don't just lick it. I don't want to hold it for you the whole time. Come on. Zoe. Hey. Yeah, take it. It's yours. Yeah. Oh my God. Ever so gentle. I just dropped it. Yeah. Kiko, that's my pup. Zoe, whose name I will try not to say for fear of grabbing her attention. Yeah. Funnily enough, Kiko, I watched this channel called Kiko Pup on YouTube when I learned to train Zoe. Actually, has a lot of positive training tips, so forth. Zoe, a dog or a horse? She's a relatively smallish dog. She's like 55 pounds. She's gained a few pounds in quarantine, as many of us have probably. So, you know, but she's absolutely adorable. Are these? I forgot I'm on master, but this should be fine. Auto fighting through all this stuff, right? While I try to sort out the audio and talk to you guys. Although it's kind of boring. Yeah, Kiko Pup. Seriously, good channel. Good for the last minute at least. Well, I could try moving it down again. It's clipped to the very top. I probably shouldn't be messing with it right now, should I? Alright, I clipped it on my sweatshirt instead. How does that sound? If I'm still looking up and whatnot. That sounds worse, Chris? Dogs are awesome, Yuki. It's good? Okay, well, hopefully it's just good to go then. Taylor, Bost, thank you. Thank you, guys. Glad to see Raul and so many people I know, too. Alright, yeah, well this is just a cheap mic that I got to try. I thought that the wireless thing would be cool. So Brian suggested that I change the audio delay to make it so it was more in sync with my mouth. I set it to like 400 milliseconds. I don't know if that did the trick. We'll see. Statue, be a statue. Alright, I'm on. God, I might actually have to pay attention to a couple of these fights, maybe? I don't know. What am I even doing here? I was just going to do some arena, guys, some easy stuff, just while I try to figure it out, see how I am with talking to the chat, talking to, you know, keeping some kind of noise going on in the background, because I know a lot of times for me, when I put on a stream, I'm just putting on something so that, you know, I can go cook and there's something to listen to. It's basically kind of a replacement for a podcast in a way. When am I going to set up Super Chat? I don't think you can Super Chat until... Thanks, Glory. Good to see you. I don't think you can set up Super Chat until you're monetized, as far as I understand. Although maybe I could do it through PayPal or something. But yeah, what Taylor Bost is saying, I have to get 1,000 followers and I think 4,000 hours of views before you can do that. So yeah, but I'm not worried about that. Even though I am currently unemployed, which is part of why I wanted to do this right now. If you guys don't know, part of the reason that I went with the Intoxicated Gamer name is because I'm a bartender normally. That's my day job, night job, I guess. We closed at 11 or 10, which was nice. So not too night. But in Washington State, all inside dining is closed down. And even though my place that I work at has a nice outdoor patio space, the owners just decided not to deal with it. They're only doing to-go for right now. So I have just been sitting on the couch. And I will be till at least January 4th at the earliest, but I would assume it's more like February sometime. So that's why I figured in the meantime here, I can go ahead and just do some streaming and test it out and see how I like it. Does anyone else just forget about Cole Obsidian's last hit of his special one? Yeah, I don't even know how often I fight Cole, honestly. Most of the time, he just goes down so quick I don't even pay any attention. You can always set up a tip donation link. Yeah, we can deal with that some other time, guys. I'm not worried about that. I am getting a solid $450-ish a week on unemployment, so that is slightly enough to pay my rent and buy Zoe dog treats, although probably not the expensive ones I have been buying her. We should probably cut back on the $5 a day dog treats and lattes, so, you know. But anyways, we can deal with that kind of stuff later. For now, I just wanted to get it up and going. Ghost Dog also saying if you're doing Streamlabs, you can set up a PayPal through that. Yeah, I know there's a way. I think when I signed up, I linked to my PayPal, actually. Maybe it just didn't put it in the description. I don't know if I have to do that or manually or if it just automatically does that. So, yeah. Chris Gonzalez, what quest are you going through right now? Are you going through the same quest? Is that what you're saying? Did I lose a character? Oh my god. Okay, maybe I should pay attention here. Protection shielding. Well, what a bum. Except I'm not supposed to be looking down, right? Well, this was a horrible matchup. Why did I go with this? I don't think I can hit into his block enough times to get him up to the L1. Let's see. No, come on, back off. No. Nope. Back off, that's not gonna work. Wow. Yes, stay there. This seems really pointless for a master level fight that I just wasn't paying attention to. Ah, shit. Alright, throw it. There we go. Oh, jeez. Ridiculous. Zoe must be a chai latte type of dog. No, so I used to get her these. They had these like crunchy pig's ears. Every dog treat is just pretty much gross. There's like a crunchy pig's ear. Oh, you're going through the same quest, Chris. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, but I used to get her those. I got her these like yaki things. She's very picky. She goes through different phases. And now whatever the one that she likes, which eats up a lot of time where she's not bothering me for something like this, is like $5. And I really don't need to. I don't get them for her every day, but I get them for her more days than I should when I'm unemployed. Let's put it that way. I always feel like I have to Dex Cole's yell in SP1 like you do with Hype's SP2. Yeah, I think so. I think I do that too. Link in description takes me to a donation page. Oh, cool. Okay, well, awesome. I don't know if it's set up though to like. I think I clicked a thing on alert box where it might do that. I don't know. So guys, don't send any super chats. Don't send. Oh shit. Glory, that. Okay, it works. So, dude, that's really not necessary. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man. That is super, super awesome. You are my first super chat ever for $20. That is incredibly generous. Dude, I forgot that, yeah, you were saying that if you wanted me to beat BG to the website with me streaming, and that's, yeah, dude, that was awesome. Thank you. Genuinely, that was crazy, dude. I'm just sitting here on my couch, and you gave me 20, like, dude, I love you. Thank you, Glory. I really appreciate that. That was priceless comedic timing as well. Dude, that was awesome. Thank you. Hi, I'm Pepe. How did you find out about MCOC? And when did you start playing? I started playing like 2016 in the summertime. The first event I really remember, I think I might have downloaded the game earlier than that. Tom, what did Tom say? The thing is, these are so small. How do I even see them? Like, do I have to go to YouTube to read it? I don't know where this is. All right, I won't tell you what to do, Glory. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tom. I seriously couldn't read that super chat because it went away too quickly, and it doesn't show up in Streamlabs, so I have no idea what it said. Honestly, that's like a total rookie noob mistake. What's up, Pete? Give him a massive slap. That's Brian's thing. I'm not gonna slap people. I would straight up just deck people, but that's a different story. Thanks for dropping by, Pete. Yeah, so anyways, when I first started out, it was like 2016. The first event that I remember was the Iron Man, it was the Civil War event. I think I might have downloaded the game a little before that, and I think it was just because at the time I was excited about all the Marvel movies, and I was looking for games. I'd never really played a fighting game on my phone, and I was like, eh. And then I downloaded it and started getting into it more and more. And then something happened in 2016 where I felt like I needed to escape a lot. I don't know what that was, but yeah. I remember going to Vegas and running into a guy who was sitting next to me at like, do you know when you're in Vegas you can play the video poker at a bar? This is a tip. I don't know if you've never been, like, if this is common knowledge or not, but if you go to the hotel bar in Vegas and you play $1 per hand, and you can just play like video poker, or you can play blackjack and go really slowly. You can just whip out your phone, play on your phone, screw around, whatever. But as long as you're betting $1 per hand, they will just give you free drinks. Which, I mean, you can get free drinks in Vegas all over the place. But if you just sit there at the bar, you can talk to the bartender and get free drinks. And hopefully, you know, the guy that was there was very nice. He ran off stray ladies of the night from bothering me, which I mostly wanted him to do. But yeah, so you can just do that. And I remember sitting there playing, and this guy saw me playing, and he was also playing, and he pulled out his phone, and I looked at his account, and I was just like, oh my god, how do you have these high rank 5 4-star champions? Like, this is insane. You have Scarlet Witch, and you have Thor, and he had all the best champions back in the day. And he's like, I don't know, dude, I just play whatever. And yeah, so that was part of it. And I remember after that just kind of going hard, and I found BG's channel probably somewhere right around when he started doing when he did the 24-hour live stream for the cable grind, I think, and started hanging around then. I found Seaton first because I just went on either Reddit or Googled, you know, how to find out stuff about YouTube or Marvel Contest of Champions. And yeah, I just kind of went from there. Started hanging around people's streams. Used to watch Dork Lessons stream all the time. Used to watch Joel Line. Just kind of been around in the community and stuff. Is this the boss? I'm not even paying attention. Just trying to dump energy, yeah? Tom, you said, I've had a hard time figuring out why I don't consider cottage cheese truly cheese. But it's just occurred to me. I do enjoy these a little more than Brian does, but that doesn't mean I want them all the time. That was kind of funny. I'll give you that one. I'm not going to boo you for that one. You can... Ghost Dog, there's a spot on OBS you can set up a mini feed to read. Well, so I have the chat like over there somewhere, and I can read that, but when it pops up on my screen that I'm seeing of me, it was tiny, so not sure about that. I don't know how you do that kind of stuff. I'm going to find out all these tricks from the, you know, professional streamers and so forth, so. I kind of wanted to put something behind me that just was like a piece of paper that had a poorly written Marvel on it and was kind of hanging sideways, you know? So it was just like Marvel and looked all sad and pathetic. Be like, yeah, guys, I'm a real pro streamer and stuff. Kiko, you started during the King Groot event. Don't really know how long ago that was. God, I don't even remember the King Groot event. Alan asking, is this going to be my normal time? Yeah, I think I might just try to do it after BG does so I can get a bump from people coming over. Because I know there's still people who are late night people. I always used to catch Brian, like, when I would get off work. And if I got off work at 11, I wouldn't get home till right about when he was finishing the stream, about midnight. So that was kind of originally why I thought of going after him anyways, because that would be when I get off work. But nowadays, I'm just sitting around the house, and there's nothing else I'm going to do at this time of night besides, you know, smoke myself or drink myself into oblivion and pass out watching some random YouTube shows or The Mandalorian, which, no spoilers, is awesome, but some show like that. So yeah, I'm like, might as well try and stream maybe at 11 o'clock, come on after him, give people something else to watch if they're still in the mood for grinding along and whatnot. What does Spider-Ham do as a defender? I don't even know. Okay. I think I want to evade his L1 though, right? Yeah. Okay. Which mode am I in? Oh, Hellfire. Nice. I got this little guy from the crystals, and I have not ranked him up yet. I think he's at rank... Whoops. I think he's at rank 3. But I'm thinking I might want to rank him up. Another reason that I wanted to do this, guys, was that I want to do Act 7.1 Legends run attempt. I think because they changed how they do it, it should be a lot easier for me to do it. Unfortunately, that's going to make it a lot easier for other people to do, too. So I have the roster. I don't know if I have the skills. I probably don't have the skills. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. 2016, when all we had to worry about was a gorilla and some flooding. Yeah, the D's out. Yeah, I started back in X-Men Terra Genocide. I think I remember seeing that. I don't even remember if I did it. I'm gonna have to set up a big D equivalent. Yeah, what do you guys think good names would be? So if I'm Aaron Abdo, the intoxicated gamer, what do you think good names would be? Because like I could put the biggest tipper, seems kind of generic. In the casino business, someone who spent a bunch of money, we called a George or a whale, but you know Seaton's already got whale. But so it could be a George. I could say buying around, like this person is buying around. You know, different things like that. What do you guys have any good suggestions for a biggest D or that kind of thing? So I can set something up like that. I know I also need to get some kind of overlay so I can cover up the black spots up there and have something slightly more interesting to look at. Maybe put a border around my face. I don't know. A whale? Yeah, no, it's already taken though. All right, what else are we doing? Thanks, Ro. Well, I appreciate that. I have a few different stories to tell. I have lived for a little while, so I got some things I could say. Tipper works, biggest tipper? Yeah, I don't know. Feels a little generic, Chris. If you guys don't know, Chris and I have been Dungeons buddies forever. We've been in 3 different alliances together. We were in an alliance with Yuki. We're in an alliance now. We're in the same battle group, actually. He's one of our better Quake players, which is nice. He's not always nice, but yeah. Abdonator. I actually kind of like Abdonator. It's always funny. I remember when I was younger, so I've worked at numerous different places where they always called me by my last name, right? They always just call me Abdo. And biggest drunk, yeah, that could work. That could work. Like numerous different jobs, they just would call me Abdo. The last job that I worked at, or where I'm working currently, there's another guy named Aaron, and since I was the second Aaron, they would refer to me as Abdo, right? And I asked my dad one time, I was like, my dad's a teacher, so he's Mr. Abdo. I asked my dad one time, I was like, so growing up or wherever, do people always call you by our last name? And he's like, no, never. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know, because people seem to love calling me by my last name. So yeah, if you ever want to, just call me Abdo. You don't have to say Aaron, whatever. I don't care really. What was the name of the alliance you, me, Chris, and Joe were in? God, yeah. Was that where Julie was the leader and we all like kind of progressed beyond the point of being in that alliance and left? Aman Hussein, intoxicated donation. We'll keep workshopping it, you know. Should we go do some arena here? I guess there's a lot of arena I still have to do. Chris, I am close to getting those 5K extra shards. Chris has been getting on me about getting those extra shards. RDT6, yeah, that's right, because it was original. Yeah, well, AOI, that's what we were in, Yuki. Yeah, that's right. Was Glory in that, though? I think maybe. RDT6 was with Joe, though. And it's because RDT6 was from Reddit. And I don't even know if our old Alliance leader plays or how many of those people do. I bet some of them are still my friends. I don't know. Yeah. But anyways, Chris, I'm getting close to actually getting those 5K, but I'm probably not going to. You were a little embarrassed to bring Glory into that alliance? Ah, please. Embarrassed for him? Yuki has always been a good MCOC buddy. And we also match each other all the times in Arena. Like, I don't know if it still happens to him, but happens to me all the time still where I see Yuki, and I don't know what the algorithm is that matches you with certain other people. I used to get matched against Dreamin' all the time too. Super annoying. I mean, it doesn't really matter except for it's when it's the highest team, because both Yuki and Dreamin' have some pretty good characters. Yeah. I guess I could work on this alpha arena. You know what a really cool thing is that I realized the other day, guys? Do you know how when you have your 2 stars or your 3 stars, they're all maxed out. So when you go to grind those arenas, you just start with your top champions and throw them in. Because, like, you know, whatever, they're all at the same level and you don't have to start with the bottom ones. I always, when I was starting out, would start with my lower champions, and then when I got to rounds 10 or 11 to get on the infinite streak, I put in my highest ranked champions. I just realized the other day that I've been doing it wrong for a little while now, where I have enough 5-star champions that I can just start from the top, and I don't even really care. It doesn't matter. I'll still get there. So that was pretty cool. That was a nice discovery. How long are you going to stream for? I don't know. Whatever people feel like doing. I was thinking probably like a couple hours, maybe till Zoe comes and bugs me. Hopefully she'll just be quiet. I don't want her making a ton of noise. What is our war rank? We ranked somethingeth in Platinum 2. We were pretty close to getting to Plat 1, but we would have had to win a couple more wars. One war we totally lost, and it wasn't because I slept through my alarm, didn't get up to take a fight, and then the 9 other people in my battle group couldn't figure out how to get the champs down without me, and then I failed to get the boss down because I timed out. That definitely was not a reason why we lost a war. Well, we were going to lose that war anyways, but we lost those points from the... Yeah, anyways. They were pretty pissed at me. I was kind of pissed at myself. It was the last night that I had some of my coworkers over right when we closed down, and we stayed up drinking till like 7 o'clock in the morning. We may have done other things that service industry workers do too. And yeah, so I had set an alarm and I slept through it and then woke up to line calls at 10:30 with 30 minutes left. I think I took down the fight I was supposed to. I might have died to it anyways, so they could have just gotten it done without me. And then the people who went on the boss didn't get it done and no one sat around doing anything, and I wasted like 1,000 units reviving my champions as best I could, and then was within 3% of taking out this thing boss and timed out. It was fantastic. Yeah, that really sucked. But we lost other wars, you know, anyways, so we could have won any of those and gotten to it. This season, we might get to Plat 1. Who knows? Our battle group has gotten a lot better. We've been being under 10 deaths for the last few wars pretty consistently, so that's pretty cool. Glory saying, I can only assume he meant he felt bad for me because I ran a BG with you and had to do Path 5 and Killmonger on 29 when you didn't. We were the only ones who could handle it. Yeah. I remember, God, man. Killmonger on 29, used to have to take that fight all the time. I think once I got the rank 5 Omega. And yeah, that fight sucked. I still feel like that was one of the harder fights there's ever been in war. You could do it with him, you could do it with Magic. There were a couple others you could do it. Medusa, I think, technically I used one time, but that was not super pretty. Yeah, but that was not a great fight. The last couple seasons, what I haven't enjoyed doing was taking Mixmaster Korg every war. Oh, guys, it has been bleeding me dry of both items from Glory and units. Super pain, but yeah, thankfully, Captain Bay is also in our battle group, and he's got that rank 3 like max sig Doom now. So I'm going to go ahead and make him take all those Mixmaster Korgs, because it actually seems like a safer and easier fight for him. So yeah, I think I'm off that duty. I got a whole bunch of MVPs the last few seasons, like rose up big time. But yeah, I don't think I have to deal with that anymore, which is gonna be nice. I need to rebuild some stash, you know. Joe Bob, how's it going? What about last round town drunk to signify who donated last most? I like it. That's not a bad idea. Maybe a little long, because it would probably... I don't know. I want to find out how BG has that program that just automatically updates when someone donates. That way I don't have to mess around with it and type it in myself. Because I still see a lot of streamers typing in themselves, and I feel like you can interact with chat better and just talk to people more if you don't have to do that kind of thing. So, yeah. Glory saying, I see Kiki is running AOI again. And I remember DJ telling me he was coming back. Interesting. I think there's still a like ex-AOI line chat that I'm in, but people don't talk in there too often. Guess we should move along with this kind of stuff. It does kind of make me sad though when I started out this way and then I'm missing out on all the points from not, you know, like these are my top champs and I missed the 3 times, but c'est la vie. I love Elsa in Arena. It's like that many fights and it's over. Chris, you checked recently and they are running. Oh, it's good that they're up and running again. I like, so Chris and I and Captain Bay and a few other people from the community that you might know, Euthanitis, who, God, used to be in, he used to be the leader of 4 Loki, is in our battle group as well, and we're all in 2 Loki together now, and it's about half as much Loki, which I find to be the right amount of Loki, actually. We're like pretty chill. We do map 7 of AQ. We I think ranked 39th this last time, which was not bad, and so we're doing fine there. And whoops. And then we're doing, you know, Plat 2 and War, so it's not ridiculous. It's not like going too hard, but we're not just completely slacking either. Most everyone has done, you know, at least a Path of Abyss and has most of Act 6 done, so that's pretty good. Indeed, they restarted, yeah. Ed, Rotisserie Melon, yeah. Ed, classic. Chris, Ed was with us in RDT 6 too, right? I'm pretty sure. In my opinion, who has the best Special 3 animations? God, I don't even know. I run with Suicides all the time, so I rarely see L3s. I strangely kind of like Vultures, where he pulls out that cannon and just fries you. Haven't seen it in probably a year, but yeah, it's a pretty good one. Youth is a trip. Yeah, Youth just got back from a trip. Youth went to Maui, which I love it because in the line chat, he changes his name to Euthanitis Maui Time. And then he just keeps sending us pictures of turtles and empty beaches because no one's traveling. But I'm surprised that he did travel, and I don't know. Looks like he had a good time. But yeah, Euthanitis cracks me up constantly. He's the one who convinced me to come to Loki actually, and then I brought in Chris at some point, and brought Captain Bay back at some point too. Mon, you have 13k prestige. Get out of here. Yeah, it's not bad. I worked pretty hard on that. I have, in all fairness, like when I started out, I was 100% free to play for like at least a year, or not quite a year, I think, because the first time I spent anything was when I was trying to do, it was right before the 12.0 nerf, and I had Scarlet Witch, and I had her at rank 4, a 4-star Scarlet Witch, and I wanted to do Realm of Legends right before she got nerfed because I knew it was coming and everything was going to change. And I was just stuck on that stupid Wolverine because I had a 3-star Guillotine and I could not get it right. I had to go and like read something, and I think I had to change my masteries around or something to get it down. I finally got it down to like the 13th try, but I ran out of units, and so finally I bought something right before that changed, and I think that's the first time I started spending. So now, since then, since it's been 4 years, I'm not like a whale, but I've spent a little bit of money. I mean, obviously I'm a bartender. I don't make a ton of money. I work like 3 nights a week usually, and so yeah, I've spent over 4 years. Like I've spent a couple grand though, probably for between like I go for the 4th of July or the Cyber Weekend, those big offers. But most of my account just comes from grinding. I started grinding on Brian's advice back in the day. First one I really went for, the first featured, was a 4-star Dr. Voodoo. And ever since then I've just been grinding like crazy. And I don't know if you can see how much gold I have, but I have like 92 million gold right now. I think, or maybe I went down to 91 because I had to do this week's AQ donations. But pretty much all that stuff is just from grinding arena, duping champions. I've gone for a ton of features now, that kind of stuff. Glory saying RDT6 did not end well. Julie was pissed at me. I think I got pegged as the ringleader. Yeah. And it wasn't even your fault. Chris and I were both officers in that alliance, and we talked all the time, and we were just like, dude, should we stage a coup? Should we just get out of here? What should we do? Because our leader, not like, she was very nice, but she was always asking me for advice. And I'm like, you've been playing longer than me. But she was just a woman who didn't want to, she just wanted to play, and she wanted to be in charge because it was her alliance, and she had started it, and so she didn't want to lose control of it or get kicked or have that kind of stuff. And I totally understood those fears, but she also didn't want to do the work to get better and to improve. Like Chris and I were finding, we were looking up YouTube videos and finding out how you fight certain characters, what's the best counter, and going on streams and doing that kind of stuff. And our leader didn't want to do that. And at a certain point, we were just like, now we got to go. We got to go. We can do better than this. We can't take it anymore. If you guys are ever in an alliance that's like that, where the leader isn't doing enough, and we didn't, it took us a couple months. We didn't jump ship right away, but we finally just got to a point, probably more than a couple months, honestly, because we were comfortable there. We were happy. We liked the people we were playing with. But once you get to a certain point, you realize things aren't going to change. Sometimes you just got to yank that cord and get out of that destructive relationship, move on to bigger and better things. Yeah. That's what he's talking about, pineapples in our Loki chat. You lined, oh yeah, then you were stuck with me, yeah. Why do you say L3 as opposed to Special 3? I need to catch up on today's lingo. Oh, I don't know. Special 3, L is just shorter than SP, I guess. Probably. Philip M. Serious, you're a bartender in Philly here? Nice. Right on, man. I think I've only ever been to the Philadelphia airport on my way to Jamaica one time. Yeah, and I was under 21, so I couldn't drink, but I might have gone to a bar with my girlfriend, and I were going to Jamaica at the time. She was 21. They might have just let me in and not carded me. I don't know. If you want to get away with things, if you go somewhere, so I was 20, she was 21. If you want to get into places, go with a really attractive blonde woman with large breasts, and they're not going to bother you in a lot of places. So that could have been why they just let me in. Yeah, actually. She made you an officer and it went down. Yeah. We were over there a year, definitely. Yeah, Chris. Well, she didn't lead. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff. Chris and I planned out all the lanes, and we told every person exactly who they should take. Our officer right now in 2 Loki, his name is actually Chris as well, and he is a great officer. Everybody always thank your officers, because if they're good ones, they do, and even if they're bad ones, they're going to do a lot more work. And we're all playing a video game here, right? And it's a pain. I told anybody in any alliance that I've been in since then, and it's been a couple, that if they tried to make me, like, I'm going to boss people around, because, that's me. But if they try to make me an officer, I'm going to quit instantly. I was like, I will quit mid-AQ, I will quit mid-war, I don't even care. Do not make me an officer, even as a joke. I will be straight up out of here. Like, it ain't happening. Because that's just the worst job in the game, so, yeah. It's hard to reconcile with the leader who dies and can't finish a path and needs backup every war. I had that problem in 3 Loki, and that's where that attempted coup went down. Yeah. Yeah, good tip for most life, yeah. What kind of bar do you work at, Philip? I work in a restaurant, so it's kind of nice. I'm not there till, I don't know, what time in Pennsylvania do bars close? I don't even know. I know it's different in every state. Washington State is 2 a.m. last call, or at least it was before, the Rona. But so it's nice working at a restaurant that closes like at 10 or 11 o'clock, because I never had to actually stay all the way till 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, that was perfect timing. Oh, hey, Medusa, auto block, fantastic. Come on, buddy. Frickin' Nick Fury just has to give me problems. Nick Fury, the one champion I cannot pull as a 5 or 6 star character, which is just super annoying. You guys want to see something really stupid? I've gone for at least 50, maybe 55 of those dual mutant and skill class crystals. Look at my freaking champions here in my 5 stars. God, this is annoying. As far as 5 stars that are available in the game, literally everyone except for Nick Fury. And the classic Daredevil, which I don't even know when you could get him. Maybe he was in an Incursions crystal. I'm not sure. I don't remember ever actually seeing that Daredevil. But yeah, so I have literally every other skill champion in the game besides Nick Fury and that stupid Daredevil who I don't even know where you'd get him. So annoying, yeah. Chris Gonzalez just subscribed. Can't wait for many more streams to come. Thanks, man. Chris, I appreciate it. You've been super friendly to me in numerous chats and everything. Good there, yeah. 2 a.m. there too, Philip, yeah. Yeah, so do you work till 2 a.m.? Is that the kind of bar that you work at? Are you guys working right now? Ghost Dog, you can't pull him either? Yeah, I know, dude. And so my profile here is Sparkles. She's frickin' Sparkles, whoops, at max rank. I took her up for prestige, just like, what the hell, why not? Maxed her out, and I got a 6-star rank 3 Captain Sparkles and no Nick Fury. It's ridiculous, yeah. I don't know. I pulled a 5-star Nick Fury on your second account from a legendary crystal. Nice, Kiko. I kind of hate you now. Oh, do I have anything expiring here? Guys, I gotta do some kind of content here. Another reason why I wanted to start streaming is because I did want to like stream do that Legends run for Act 6 or 7.1, and I also kind of wanted to stream Variant 6. So depending on how football goes tomorrow and fantasy and whatnot, I might just start doing that or something. But I should, because I got like a ton of items here. I'm just sitting on all sorts of BS. And it probably doesn't look like Brian's, but yeah, it's too much. What was that, 13 hours? I'll just claim that one, I guess. Catalysts are fine. ISO, okay. Oh, I guess I should move an AQ, but wait, that probably involves timing out. That's probably lame. I'll just do this instead. I might not even be clear. Chris saying, here we go. Yeah, Chris always says that I like to brag about my roster, but whatever. I put in hard work on it. Philip, I was in a downtown brew pub. Haven't worked since March. Damn, that sucks, dude. I had a decent savings from years of bartending. Well, that's good at least. I wish that I had more savings than I do. I'm okay. It's really lame. When we were getting the extra $600 a week for the CARES package, the first part of it, I've always said that if I was like a millionaire, I'd probably still want to work and do something. I might sit on the board of some charities, give away money, that kind of stuff. But I said I probably just wouldn't want to sit in the house. If you were going to give me $1,000 a week to do nothing, like, I would probably still get some other job, even if I was getting $1,000. Like, say we had some kind of basic income plan here in America. I would probably still do something just to get out of the house, but I can live off $1,000 a week, man. I'm pretty simple. I'm not like BG simple. Like, I'm not eating beans every night, but I can get by on that. So, brew pub though, that's pretty cool. So, did they serve liquor too? I assume, or just beers? Did you guys brew your own beers and whatnot? Because that would be cool. We have a lot of really good local breweries here in Seattle. That's where I live, guys. I live in Seattle. I'm kind of close to Brian. I actually have a place that's right next door to me who's still open because it's only they only serve beer and they have food trucks that come by. So it's all outdoor seating. It's all nice and covered from the rain and open. And they make really good beers, actually. They made this jalapeno Kolsch, which doesn't sound super exciting, but it was really drinkable. Like, it tasted like jalapeno, it smelled like jalapeno, but there was absolutely no burn. It was super smooth, super drinkable. Loved that stuff, yeah. What am I doing? Arena, okay. Let's see. Let's make a deal. I give you Fury maxed out and you give me that Aegon. You open 40 plus duel and no Aegon? Yeah, dude. It's tough. I don't remember. Oh, jeez. I don't remember when I got Aegon, but I did use him to do Abyss, that's for sure. Alright, you dead, Thor. It's a nice roster, by the way. You wish you had Doom. Yeah, I see. Yeah, Chris brag about his roster to you. Yeah, occasionally to everyone else. The comment, Bean comment you left at. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised. I had not looked for quite a while. I think the last time that I looked at the global leaderboard for rosters, I was somewhere in like the 1500s or something. And I'll show it to you guys after this, but I was just amazed by where I'm at now. Just blew my mind. Without spending like, because I know there's a lot of people who spend, you get like Turkish oil millionaires who spend tens of thousands of dollars on this game. And there's a lot of people who spend a lot more money than I do, because I'm just not capable of it, honestly. Like if I was rich, sure, I just would get every character in a crystal and that kind of stuff. I mean, because, you know, there's something to be said about earning them by getting them in arena, but there's also something to be said about not playing arena. So, but yeah, here, let me show you guys. This is a little ridiculous here. And yes, shut up, Chris. And Chris, by the way, thank you for hanging out and staying up. I know it's pretty late where you're at, so. But, oh yeah, Sig crystals. See, I spend a little bit, yeah. You gotta get those Sig stone deals when you can. But if we look at the rankings here, not the legends, total base hero rating for global, I'm 132. I swear last time I checked, how many ever months ago, I was at like 1400 and something, but I'm 132 globally. That just blew my mind when I happened to look at that the other day. Like I was just blown away. Yeah. Glory saying, but 1K week in New Jersey would not keep me living. Yeah, Seattle's an expensive city, man, but it hit. I don't know. It works out. I actually have a really good deal on my apartment. I moved in when I was going back to school at the University of Washington, and I was working part-time as a pit boss in a casino, or like a floor supervisor, and I only made like $16.50 an hour, and I worked 25 hours a week because I was going back to school, right? So probably like 25, 30,000 a year, and I found an apartment. My last serious relationship, she broke my heart. Great woman, not her fault. She just decided after 2.5 years she wasn't in love with me, which, yeah, whatever, you know. Can't do anything about that. So I moved out, and I looked for all these different places close to the school, and they were just these crummy, run-down apartments. The carpet was nasty. There was no dishwasher. There was no washer and dryer, no parking, whatever, and they were all like $950, ridiculous amounts of money for what they were. And I was super depressed, and I go home, and I get on Craigslist or whatever, and I look one last time before I had to go to work or something, and I see this place it's like $715 a month, and it looks like a brand new building. I'm like, what the heck is this? This looks so awesome. So I call them up, and I ask about it, and the guys tell me, yeah, it's a place they call their income qualified, right? So you have to make less than a certain amount of money to live there. And starting out, it was $32,000 a year, I think. So I made less than that, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, so do you go to school? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to school at UW full-time. And he's like, ooh, sorry, can't be any students here. Which makes sense now that I've lived here for a while, because I think it would just be filled with students otherwise. So anyways, I waited about 15 minutes, and I called back, and I just changed my voice a little bit. And when he got to the part where he asked about school, like, oh, no, I'm going to UW, but I don't want to work like 10 hours a week, you know, something like that. It's not full-time at all. I can go part-time. And so I came down the next day, and I got the place. And it was a super nice little studio apartment, 500 square feet a month, or 500 square feet for $715 a month in the University Village area of Seattle, which is a relatively nice area. And so, yeah, it was a great deal. And then every year you live here, the amount of money you make or can make and still stay in it goes up. So now I'm up to, I can make like $54,000 a year, which I pretty much get close to, and still stay in it. So I just work 3 nights a week as a bartender at this restaurant, which is all that's actually available to me at the place that I work, because there's only 7 shifts. The other guy is the lead guy. He has 4, I have 3, right? And I make just under that, and I get to stay in this apartment. So I moved to a 1-bedroom. It's actually like $1,000 something a month. I pay after whatever, I pay like 11 something. But yeah, it's a great deal. And the place that I live in would go normally for $2,000 a month. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. So Yuki, you need to go. Take care, everyone. I'll be stopping by whenever I can. Thanks, dude. Yuki, I appreciate you being in here, being the first person. It's good to talk to you, man. Good to see you. Let's see. Where are we at here? Philip saying, I keep hearing Seattle is the Philly of the West Coast. I really want to, I'm assuming, go. I've been to Portland. Yeah, Seattle and Portland are somewhat similar. Portland has a lot more one-way streets, which is annoying, and they have better food trucks. But Seattle I like more overall. Do you guys play Quake Style in Arena? I don't know. I'm not good at Quake Style, and I don't know why I bother in Arena, because probably it would be faster not to. See, I just said I'm not good at it. Yeah, anyways. 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. 3 days a week? Is that backwards? 3 p.m. to 3 a.m., I assume? Later, Yuki. Got quite a few East Coasters in here. Glory saying, yeah, man, I appreciate you guys staying up. Your rent is $1,800, but you have 2 bedrooms. Yeah, Glory said that if I ever came out for New York City Comic Con that I could crash at his place, which is nice. I'm not sure I'll actually take you up on that because I might want to be just in the city and pay for the hotel anyways, you know, to be right close to it. But that was a super nice offer, and I definitely appreciated that back in the day. Yeah, Chris, you won't always be here? Yeah, for sure, dude. I understand that. North Jersey got that in parts, but I'm central near Princeton, and we've got maybe 5 inches, nothing at all to write home about, as you know. Oh, yeah. Ghost Dog, 3 a.m. here. You're going to... All right, man. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, dude. Thanks for the tips, too. I will look up how to do stuff, and hopefully I'll get better at this as I go along. Chris Gonzalez saying, I'm West Coast, so I'm on the same time as you. If you like stream after BG, I'll mostly likely be here sometimes because I like to play MCOC as well, questing Arena. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting through this arena as quickly as I would like to, that's for sure. Does anyone else in here, or has anyone else in here streamed? I don't even know. Can I see how many people are even in here? I'm not even sure. I think there's like 20 people still watching. That's awesome, because honestly, I'm just amazed that anybody wants to hang out with me as not a known quantity or anything like that. It's cool to have people around, so. Chris's house? Chris lives with his parents, man. I'm not going to hang out at Chris's house. Screw that shit. No offense, Chris. Philip saying, you play Quake Style in Arena. It's my only time I play her, so I might as well practice. I've been drinking, so my typos are endless. 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. Yes, yeah, that's what I figured. That's a long shift, dude. But you said, was it 3 days a week? So you get 36 hours and 3 days. That's kind of the way to do it, because I mean, having 4 days off a week is awesome. Back before the Rona and whatnot, I usually only got like about 25 hours a week, but yeah. Amon, well, sorry to leave, but I'm central, so 2 a.m. for me. No, dude, no problem. Don't feel bad about it. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be doing this sometimes in the future, and you can stop by then too. I'll look for your name for sure. Thanks for the help, and thanks for putting out with that. Hang out with me in my basement. I might hang out with you in your basement. That's a different story. But sleep there, nah. I mean, I can get a hotel. I've never actually been to New York, so that is something that's definitely on my bucket list. Every streamer at some point was a non-entity. Oh yeah, no, I don't expect to be big right away or anything like that. I don't really care, honestly. Like, I'm just out of work, and this has always been something that I thought sounded like fun. I have no idea how the quality of this is. You guys are saying it's okay. I'll be interested to see it on the way back. I've done a couple incursions runs with Captain Bay for the tournament. Been on call with him, and I was on call with Brian the other day when he was finishing up his Unzo run, which is crazy to me because like 80,000 views on that video, and I was talking on that, so like 80,000 people put up with my voice and whatnot, which is just hilarious and kind of awesome. So, yeah, no, anything I do, this is just all for fun. This is cool. Glory, super appreciate that $20. If I knew how to put your name up there as the biggest tipper or whatever we're calling it, yeah, I would totally do that. I appreciate it. The The Walking Dead. Been lurking here. It's like the after show with BG2. Great stream so far. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I've definitely seen your name around chats for sure, so I appreciate it. I'll be back for sure. Thanks, Amon. Awesome, dude. Good to hear. Chris, no, I don't stream. I've posted short videos of me opening Crystal 2, but nothing big. Yeah, dude, that's the only thing I've done so far is make one Crystal opening video, and it was the first one where I had to hear my own voice back, and God, you know how everyone hates the sound of their own voice. It's just terrible. Even, I mean, I'm in my apartment talking by myself. Even this, I'm like, God, this is a lot of talking. Jay, you stream, what's up? Is there, Jay, from like, do you stream in OBS or Streamlabs? Is there, I don't know if there's a difference. Is there a way to see in that how many people are watching? Or do I need to actually go to YouTube to see it? Because like it won't let me chat in here, which is I think is kind of weird. So I pulled up the stream on YouTube on my browser. It's kind of funny too because I remember BG has had all those issues showing his browser in OBS, and one of the first things I was able to easily do was create a thing to show it. Like I don't have it set up on this one. I did it on a different scene, but yeah. So Jay, if you know where I should be looking to see how many people are watching, that would be kind of cool. I wouldn't. Because I just don't have to switch the things. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care. But it would be interesting information to learn. F you, Thor. Back off. This is definitely not going to be a kid-friendly stream, or at least I'm not going to try to make it that way, so I might drop an occasional F-bomb. I might try to keep myself like my public voice, my server voice, where, hey guys, how we doing? You know, try and keep it appropriate and not swear too much. But even then, as a bartender, I still kind of say some things I probably shouldn't. If the owner knew the things that I said sometimes, he might be kind of irritated with me. But I think that's also part of what makes me good at my job. A lot of people like it when you're just real with them. So, yeah. Doob, it's overrated. Been to New York City plenty of times, or haven't been there for a lifetime. Oh, enough for a lifetime. You've been there enough for a lifetime. Let me see if I can actually read this. Same, but we can all agree that Manhattan is better than Staten Island. Miguel, 3 a.m. here too. Gotta sleep. Nice talking. Didn't even notice the hour until you mentioned it. Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't have mentioned it, but thank you for dropping by, Miguel. I definitely also recognized your name from being in chats, so thanks for dropping by. Doop-de-doo, by Gamora. You'll figure it out. Kiko, this is actually pretty relaxing. I'm just playing MCOC while listening to you in the background. Dude, that is what I do with streams a lot of the time. In fact, one of the things I find annoying about being a mod, because I'm a mod on, which, I mean, you know, right, it's a privilege, but it's also a responsibility. One of the things about being a mod on a bunch of different channels, or at least a few, is that I feel compelled to occasionally jump in and do stuff, like pay attention to the chat and chime people out. But there's plenty of other times where I just have it on the background. I'm just listening and lurking because I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with that, you know? It's annoying. All right, let's not bleed cable unless I'm a robot. That's totally fine. Just being the first ever is satisfaction enough. Yes, you popped my super cherry, Glory. Wish I hadn't said it that way. That works. Ever since BG started ending at 2 a.m., there needs to be someone to fill the void. You know, Philip, I'm happy to fill your void. That void for you. Or something. Alright, this has gone downhill quickly. Gone downhill almost as fast as Crit Monkey kills an arena. Butch718, thanks for dropping by. Maybe someone suggested already, but since you're a bartender, call the top donator the Big Shot. Ooh, no one has said that so far. Butch, I think that's the winner so far. Yeah, I like the Big Shot. That's pretty good. I don't know how much drinking I will actually do on stream. I have not been. I don't drink that much. I'm a social drinker, so I don't drink a ton when I'm by myself. I prefer to smoke marijuana, which is a legal thing here in Washington State, as it should be everywhere. Funny story, I one time got in trouble with court because I said to the police officer it should be legal everywhere. We'll get into that another time. But yeah, so I don't drink too often, but I figured tonight for my first stream ever, might as well have a little bit of whiskey. I seriously do not know the legality of what it is. Water. With YouTube, I think you're allowed to, but I think I would make it a thing where I show the bottle and be like, tonight's stream is brought to you by that kind of thing, you know? So I'll Google it and find out. I'm sure there's a pretty easy answer. Kids aren't allowed in bars anyways, Kiko? Yeah, that's true. Well, some. Yeah, the big shot. I like that, though. What does this guy do? I don't even play this Professor X properly. Oops. Okay, that's not it. It is impressive to me how people stream and read chat at the same time and are pretty damn good at it. I had tried to stream, or I had first used Air Server, and I didn't like that there was a delay between looking at my phone and the screen that I'm watching, because I couldn't play off it. And so I got an Elgato capture card thinking that it wouldn't be the same way, because I had talked to some streamers about it, and they're like, no, it's pretty good. And I was trying today to play off of the screen that I'm looking at instead of my phone screen, and I just got smacked every time. Like, it's just a millisecond off enough where I can't parry. Like, if I wasn't trying to parry, if I just blocked, I could probably just watch the screen, and that way I could look at the chat and look at the screen and do it. But yeah, it throws me off just slightly, so. Abdo, is this going to be an everyday after BG kind of deal, or do you have a set schedule? Big Red, yeah, I think I might try to, man. I don't know why not. I really don't have anything to do for the next couple weeks, for sure. My boss at work said that he talked to the owners, and they talked to some people at Amazon, because one of the restaurants they own is in one of the Amazon towers, and Amazon said something about there's no way we go back before February or something. Like, maybe those guys have, you know, they're big enough to maybe have some kind of in with the governor's office and that kind of stuff. So I assume that I'm going to be out of work for at least another month, maybe two. Which, you know, I'm okay staying safe, honestly. I also have already been off for months, so kind of would like to work, because I both need money and just need the social interaction. I'm not a super social person, but that work time is enough to fill that, you know? So we'll see. But yeah, I think I can just try to stream here. Jay, okay, you're getting back. You use OBS Streamlabs in that you can see viewers, but you can try Restream. Oh, in that you can't see viewers, I'm assuming. You can try Restream that allows you to download a pop-out chat with viewer count. Okay, Restream. Okay, I'll look into that. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Glory specifically, yeah, crapping on there, yeah. Busting Chris's chops. By the way, our state legislature just passed a bill to legalize it. Thanks for just standing there, Rhino. Oh, well, whoops. Guess that went downhill fast. Just die, buddy. Thank you. By the way, our state legislature just passed a bill to legalize it. Now it goes to the governor. Finally, we're going to see the day. That said, going to hit a bowl myself. You're back. Nice, Glory. Yeah, I don't know. I swear I've seen YouTube videos with people doing ridiculous bong rips or something. I don't know if I want to do that. I haven't smoked tonight, actually, which by this time of night I normally would have, but I figured since I was streaming, you know, I wanted to be as functional as I could be for this first ever stream, just to try and read things. If there were any super big technical issues I needed to figure out. Because, you know, I got classic stoner brain and I'll just space out and forget things, you know. But yeah. I've had a medical marijuana, like I had a medical marijuana card back in the day before it was ever actually legalized just recreationally in Washington State. So I've had pot for, I don't know, legally speaking for, I was 25. So almost 13 years now, I guess. Yeah. The Walking Dead, I live in England. Oh, where it's still illegal to smoke weed, but that doesn't stop us. Yeah, dude. Where do you live in the UK, man? I've actually been, I went to the UK when I was 15. I had an absolutely fantastic time when I was there. My grandmother on my mom's side was just a wonderful person, and she took me when I was 15. I actually had my first ever real beer at the Shakespeare Tavern in London, next to the Globe Theatre. Our friends who we were visiting thought it would be hilarious to give me a warm Guinness Extra Stout. And apparently, I didn't know this because I'd always heard jokes about drinking warm beer in the UK, but it's not really a thing. So they had to go to the bartender specially to get some that they hadn't put in the refrigerator yet to get me a warm one. And I was just like 15. I'm like, oh God. And they just choked it down. It was so terrible. And then I actually had real beers after that. Got a nice kiss from a lovely British lass who, in some alleyway in Crewe. Yeah. That was fantastic. She was like 18. I was 15. That felt pretty damn good. Yeah. Yeah, let me know where you live. Maybe I've been close to it or something. I don't know. Big Red, dope. We'll take this sub then. Cool. I'll happily pop in after BG finishes streaming. I need something to watch while I'm here at work anyway. Nice. Where do you work that you can watch streams and stuff? Doob, you're an absolute introvert. You can do without people. Yeah, I think I'm like what you call a classic social butterfly. Like it takes a lot of effort to get me to go out to a party or something like that. But then once I'm there, I'm fine being around everyone. I kind of want to just get down and I don't want the party to end. I just mostly don't ever want to go to parties, you know? That kind of thing. Oh, 5-star Wolverine. Thanos, I'm jealous of your team. Bastard. Youth, you bum. Are you, did you just get back? Your flight shouldn't have taken that long, right? Go to bed, man. Are you off your time? Good to see you, though. Leading too Loki towards greatness? Yeah, my ass. Good to see you. God, I guess I should, do this as well. I have to go back to YouTube. Why would I ever do this? Give this bum. Oh, God. Okay. Well, there we go. It's done now. What can you do? Youth, you do not need to donate anything anyways. Your lovely presence is enough for me. Or you can look at the PayPal description or PayPal link in the description. Yeah. Notice how I'm quickly like, yeah, no, you don't need to give me any money. But if you want to... I think that was something I relayed the other day. Shit. On one of Brian's streams where my Uncle Levi, who passed away this year, not from COVID, although there was some question about it because he was on a respirator. My Uncle Levi taught me that you say no once to be polite when someone offers you a free lunch, and then the second time you say yes because otherwise you're being rude. And thank you. Definitely say thank you. So, yeah. So I will always say no once and then say, okay, thanks. Yeah, awesome. Those are about the nicest things that I can say about him. Totally different story. Yeah. You live in Southampton, down south, would 100% never drink a warm beer. Yeah, no, dude. It was terrible. It was disgusting. But I drank plenty of other good beers and whatnot. Yeah. So I have a couple of friends who still live in Crewe. They actually, before I was even born, I was born in 1982, and I think they got married in 1979, I want to say, or 80, and they decided for their honeymoon that they were going to go to the U.S. and just kind of bum around. And at some point they were in Florida. They looked in the newspaper for ads, and they found a ad that said someone was paying to drive a car to Washington State, to like Ellensburg, Washington, which is just basically BFE Central Washington. If you've never heard of Ellensburg, you would have had no reason to have heard of Ellensburg. They have a rodeo and a few thousand people and a college town with a primate center, I guess. I don't know. Central. Don't ever go to Ellensburg. It smells like goats. Sorry if you're from Ellensburg and you're watching this, one of the 20 people, you know it's true. Anyways, they were paid to drive the car up there. Then they look in the newspaper there for some kind of work because they're just, bumming their way around the U.S. My grandmother and my aunt and uncle owned a raspberry farm that had about 20 acres and they were hiring like workers to pick raspberries, which is not a good job at all, as you might expect. And so they went there to pick raspberries, ended up just hitting it off with my grandmother and our family, and staying for the summer. They played double deck pinochle, stayed at their house, whatever, and basically we've been family friends ever since then. And so when I was 15, we went and visited them in Crewe, and yeah, it was a great time. I loved going to the UK. I try to only go to places that I've never been before when I'm traveling overseas, traveling somewhere so far. So I haven't been back to the UK since then, but that's definitely a place that I would like to go back to. Big Red, you work security. I drive around for 8 hours, making sure no one trespasses. Sometimes I'm good at it, and sometimes I get distracted. Okay. Do you have something in your car that you can watch on? Like, you shouldn't be driving and watching streams, right? That doesn't sound like a good plan. Not that I'm going to judge you, or, I mean, I already did judge you, but, well, you didn't answer for sure, so who knows. Miss Jane, thanks for dropping in. Never turn down a free meal or a chance for a nap. Yes, that is damn good advice. Is that from a movie or something, Miss Jane? God, I never play Mojo offensively except for an arena, and I kind of feel bad about it because I feel like he could do some things, but yeah, I don't know. You're Chris, yeah, Staten Island as well. Now I have it playing over the Bluetooth. I don't watch a stream and drive unless I'm parked somewhere. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, for sure. My car is old enough that I can't do that. So, actually, when I was 19, I think. So when I was 19, I first started working at a casino, and I was a blackjack dealer, and I made way too much money for a 19-year-old kid. And my parents had helped me to get a car. I was working before then at a grocery store making, like, I think at the end, $6.50, the state minimum wage, which I was kind of pissed that new hires got the same exact wages. I had earned raises, and then the minimum wage got bumped up to $6.50, and I was only getting $6.50, and everyone who just got hired was making the exact same money, and I was like, what the hell is this BS? Yeah, okay, I was a bag boy, but whatever. It was enough to pay for the car insurance and the car payment and gas money, but my parents co-signed for it and helped me out with probably the down payment and stuff. But anyways, so it came time when I got the real job at the casino where my parents were like, well, you either need to just pay off this car, take over all this so we don't have to deal with any of it, or get a new car. And strangely enough, my mom was usually the one who would be like, yeah, let's do this. And I'm an only child, so she was always just, I don't know. And if I wanted something, I guess I would kind of go to my mom. She would be the one who would be more willing to say yes, I suppose. And my dad would always be like, I don't know about this, that kind of thing. But strangely, my dad just helped me co-sign for a brand new car that was like $35,000 because I was making enough money to pay. I paid $1,000 a month on the car to start out with just to pay it off faster. And yeah, so I've had that car since 2002, actually. She's 18 years old now. Miss Jane, I suspect it's a Game of Thrones thing, but as a single parent, it's Sage device. Yeah. Shout out to single parents there, Miss Jane. That's not an easy job to do at all. And yeah, shout out to Game of Thrones seasons 1 through 7, kind of, probably. Oh, Jesus. Thanks, Colossus. That was awesome. You would practice your vocals to songs and exhaust your podcast backlog? Nice. Who is the better, Bag Boy, Abdo, or Bagassi? I have no idea. I didn't know, I guess he was worked in a grocery store as well. You worked in a Canadian grocery store there, eh? So I don't know. I don't know if the Canadian grocery stores are different than American ones. Could he get like 50 carts at a time when he was bringing them in from the parking lot in the rain and snow and whatnot? Eh? Yeah. Sorry, that was my horrible, horrible Canadian accent. Never actually met a Canadian who spoke like that, so I apologize if you're Canadian and you just heard that. I love blackjack so much. I used to always go to Atlantic City pre-pandemic, bring 100, win 200, cash out, and buy dinner for everyone who came down. That's the way to do it, man. Most people don't understand when you're gambling, you need to set a winning limit as well as a losing limit. So if you're like, I have $100, I'm going to gamble this. If I lose it, I'm done, right? That's good. And if you can actually stick to that, that's great. But what you should also do is something like that. Like if I double my money, I'm going to bounce. So say you win. So say you start with $100, you get up to, 250, and then you lose back down to 200. Then you're like, sweet, that's my winning limit. I doubled my money. I'm out of here. So that's the way to do it, Philip. Yeah. I was a blackjack. I worked in casinos for about a decade, actually. So I dealt all sorts of table games. Lived in Vegas for a little while, too. Jay, good night, man. This is a fantastic first stream. Stay up late a lot, so definitely come back. All right, Jay Axe, I appreciate that. Dude, appreciate the tip on the restream there, too. Thank you very much. Yeah, awesome. Oh, Youth donated 5 and said, shut up, don't tell me when to sleep, and I didn't even notice it 6 minutes ago. Youth, man, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that. By the way, gifting is coming up, Youth, if you're still in here, and I am a hot chick, as you can clearly see, so send me potions and shit. Guys, I finished my Coca-Cola, pending YouTube information. Question is, do I have another? But yeah, thanks, Jay. Good night. Have a good night. Thanks, Youth, too. I don't even know if I was just yammering on and looking at my phone screen and I didn't see it or what, but thank you, dude. I appreciate it. If there's ever a time when people can travel and see each other again, and we do a meetup or whatever, you should definitely come up here and say hi. Or I guess we could have a Portland meetup with good food trucks, but, whatever. Kiko, wow, you got a 4-star from a batch of 112 PHCs? Yeah, 1, so I guess you're saying that sarcastically. I have not opened a PHC in a couple months now, so... BG put out that video that was like a pro tip about how to get the last milestone from events by popping crystals, and then they changed it so that you don't get points for that anymore, so I just haven't even done it since then. So I'm just sitting on a bunch of crystals. I don't even know. That's where Bagassy came from. Dude, Gloria, I'm like a mod on his channel, and I swear I've heard Bagassy a couple times, but I've never actually put 2 and 2 together. Like, maybe I've heard it one time, but I don't know. People from Wisconsin sound like that. I know quite a few. Don't you know? Yeah, I don't know. Wisconsin and Canada, to me, at least for the stereotypical, that kind of accent, sound a little bit similar, I think. As a fellow bartender who has been drinking, I recommend you have another. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Well, so seriously though, does anyone know the legality of showing alcohol on YouTube? I guess I could Google it real quick. Boom. Man, this Black Widow deodorant is a character who I would kind of like to tank to rank 5. I've kind of slowed down on rank 5ing 5-star champions because of the tier 2 alpha drought at the end of the kind of like end game players. Like, I get so many tier 5 alpha and tier 5 basic, and I don't want them to expire. So I've been ranking up a couple of 6-stars lately, but she seems like one that would be fun to take to rank 5 just because she does such quick damage. See, I think it's funny that I do try and play Quake style when I'm using her in Arena, but I don't try to play Proxima here the way you're supposed to. I just realized, like, oh, it's the 3, I gotta knock him down. Okay, but I'd never care about that or try. Steve-O, hello noob, it's Graveyard. Hey buddy, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I thought about it after the fact, and I was like, I guess I could have put a link in our line chat for the Alliance, or like BG's mod chat, so that if anyone's awake, they'd come by. Yeah, what, seriously, can I just Google this crap real quick? Okay. Try to keep things moving along here. Wow, I've done 14 whole rounds of arena? That is damn impressive. This is honestly about the speed at which I do this kind of stuff when I'm being a mod or watching stuff, because I get distracted. Just watch other stuff. They have an inflection in their voice where they sound simultaneously excited and concerned, and you just said the most mundane thing. Like, man, we've had some weather. And they go, oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. YouTube has now provided a clear understanding of what content gets filtered out of restricted mode. See below for full guidelines from YouTube, drugs and alcohol. If you're talking about drug use or abuse, or if you're drinking alcohol in your videos will likely not be available in restricted mode. What? They won't be available in restricted mode? So is restricted mode like parental controls? That's not exactly what I wanted to know. What happens when you drink vodka? Thanks, Google. YouTube and consuming alcohol. YouTube Reddit. Seems that generally legal alcohol consumption is not an issue. Plenty of streamers on YouTube drink alcohol and don't seem to have problems. Eh. What about showing it, though? I don't even know. I just tried Googling drink while streaming. Seems if you're not 13, it should be fine. People have never have beer and wine channels. Yeah, I think it should be fine for me drinking. I'm kind of... Kiko isn't restricted mode for things schools use. I have no idea, honestly. I was thinking more along the lines of... Yeah, dead end. Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of, like, can I show the liquor itself? Like... If I'm just drinking, right, so say I have water, that's actually water, which is good, always hydrate. If I have a drink, I think that's fine, but if I actually showed the bottle that I was drinking from with the label, would there be anything wrong with it? I don't know. But hey, it's my first ever stream, so what the hell. Tonight's stream is brought to you by Deceptivus Whiskey. Deceptivus from KD Distillery on Whidbey Island is a delicious blend of, what am I reading off the back? First matured as straight bourbon whiskey in New American oak barrels for a minimum of 3 years, then double barrel finished in 20-year-old imported port barrels. All barrels in the KD vaults are carefully prepared and regularly checked for flavors. Everything about this spirit is unique, so we knew these barrels would birth a truly great whiskey. KD Distillery. Deceptivus. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, this whiskey's pretty damn good, though. Did that just end the stream? Oh, God, no! No, I think it should be fine. That is a fantastic sound. As a fellow bartender, Philip, I am sure that you appreciate that sound. Alrighty then. Yeah, I know, Chris. Probably should be fine, though. The only problem with this is... I don't have any ice. Yeah, I mean, there's no demonetizing what isn't monetized anyways. So whatever. No big deal, I guess. Kiko asking, may I ask why you rank 3'd Korg? You may ask. Korg, because he just, has rock stacks and stuff. No, I rank 3'd Korg because I had no better skill options, honestly. I think the skill class is probably the weakest class in MCOC, and he is decent for defense, and he has decent prestige. He's at like 13.5, I think. So there's definitely better prestige options like Nick Fury or Furious George or Falcon now is above that. So I've been thinking about rank 3ing Falcon. I have another skill, T5CC, but at the time when I took him up, he was duped and I had 5 skill 6-star champions, We can go take a look at that. Philip, you certainly do appreciate that sound. God, man, it is such a good sound, honestly. Yeah, and Chris, I appreciate you staying up, man. Although, you don't work, so, No, I didn't mean that offensively, by the way. I just meant, like, you're not working at the moment, so I assume that you have some free time to stay up late. Sorry, buddy. Good luck in the job search. Cheers. What? Let's see here. I do actually drink whiskey neat fairly often, too. I like big cubes. So if I go to a bar and they only have small cubes, I'm like, just give it to me neat. But I like bigger cubes, and they melt slower, This stuff, though, it's lovely. I made a commitment when I was 30, or like right before I turned 30, that I wanted to start drinking whiskey neat like a man, like you'd see in the movies and whatnot, without making that face. So I went ahead and did that. Now I could just drink whiskey neat and don't make a face. And I actually like it. It tastes good. But it took a little while. I had to practice. I've heard a lot of bad things about Korg, but I haven't used him at all, so I don't know what to think of him. You're crashing soon, Chris? Yeah, dude, I don't blame you. I'm probably gonna crash relatively soon here. I mean, I've been going for a couple hours, so yeah. So here is my skill 6-star roster. Korg up there. Falcon, I pulled on Cyber Weekend twice, so that was the first time I got him. I kind of like Ronan, honestly. He's not awful. Thor, I'm not taking up for prestige. Elektra sucks. Mole Man, I don't think I had Winter Soldier at the time. I didn't have Killmonger at the time. I didn't have Black Panther. I didn't have Hawkeye. So I think I was looking at Korg, Ronan, Thor, Elektra, and Mole Man. So, and I had that. I got a second skill right now, and I'm almost to my third. So I actually might rank 3 Mole Man. He's going to get the buff. I was thinking about taking him to rank 3 anyways. I think for most people, Falcon would be a better rank 3. He can do Labyrinth of Legends. He can do Abyss of Legends, I'm pretty sure, because they have that constant evade mechanic, and he's just going to have his damage go up and up and up. So I think he's pretty cool for that kind of stuff. I have both Labyrinth and Abyss done, so I don't really need him. So I don't know if I really want to rank 3 him. I'm thinking if I take Mole Man up to rank 3, he will be... I will have 5 R3 defenders for war. And so I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know how his buff is going to be. Hopefully it's cool. But even without the buff, I kind of like him. He shrugs off debuffs pretty well. He does some damage. Like if you use him in the monthly Cavalier event quest where you have the boost for skill champs and so forth, he's not bad. I don't know. Kiko, if you wanted to see something that like Korg could do, we could go here. I think so. Karate Mike made a good video the other day about Korg. I forget what the team is exactly. Oh, he's in war. Shoot. I forgot about that. Oh. Forgot about war completely. I don't think I even joined. Off season. Okay, well another time we can look at that. If you want to know about Korg, Karate Mike just made a good video about rank 3 Korg, and yeah, he can put in some work, man. When you have the full synergy team around him with the Mojo synergy and stuff, he hits for like 27, 30k crits. and does some serious damage. So he's not terrible. He's not someone who you're going to use questing all the time, but in a situation like mine where you're just throwing him on defense and you want him for your prestige, like, it works. Not the best prestige option, not the best defender. He doesn't need high sig for defense because anybody who goes up against that Korg nowadays is going to have a counter for him, so his signature ability doesn't really matter. So it kind of sucks to sink stones into him for prestige, but at the time it made sense. Glory, if you think about it though, the skill class should absolutely be the weakest. They have skills, even in the MCU, weakest. So it is what it is to me. There are great skill though. Yeah, no, I've had that thought before too. That like they're not gonna be overpowered like mutants. Like you can be as skilled as you want to be, and then you come up against Apocalypse and you're gonna get destroyed. If this was actual Marvel kind of stuff, right? So yeah, that makes sense why it would be the weakest. But since we're playing this game where, Dragon Man and Vision here are on the same level, you could give them some better champions. I think the Falcon buff is really good. Daredevil buff doesn't seem to be that awesome offensively. He seems to be kind of a dick defensively, though. I don't think we're going to start seeing a bunch of rank 5 Daredevils on defense, really, because people will soon enough get used to his animations where they're not trying to dash in before his L1 is over. Whoops, speaking of. But, yeah, they could use some love, for sure. Anders. Hey, Anders, how's it going? Nice of you to pop into the chat here. You are a name I recognize as well, Anders Gaith. Would you rank 3 Elsa? I would rank 3 Elsa, honestly. Especially if she was duped, because her prestige isn't absolutely terrible. I have her as a rank 5, and I took her to Sig 200, and she slaps. She does some good stuff. It's hard to find the best uses for her. Like, I don't think you're usually going to take her to war. I think she could be a pretty good defender if you're using suicides. Like, she's not going to be the top defender, but even when I was placing without suicides, she'd get a kill, a couple times a season. And just in general, even if it's just like I'm using her in arena mostly, she kills really quickly. She does interesting things. I think there are lanes you can use her for in Act 6 or maybe Act 7 coming up that would be pretty good. But it just, I think Elsa is probably an underrated champ in this game for sure. Kiko, you're definitely checking it out. My Korg is sitting at rank 1 and getting no love. Yeah, I mean, rank 1 is probably the place to keep Korg for most people, I think I was in a different position than some people, but he's certainly not going to be the first character you're going to throw that skill T5CC into, that's for sure. You want Nick Fury, maybe Falcon, Crit Monkey, Elsa would be better, Black Widow Deodorant, definitely better. But, like I said, as far as defense goes, Korg works out. Like, it's always, every single war, we're in Tier 2 into Loki, and every single war we see a Korg on that Mixmaster node. There was maybe 1 or 2 times during the season when we didn't. Like, we had a Thing once, who I died to, leaving him at, like, 10k health. And then we had maybe a Nick Fury, who I just rolled over. So it's pretty much always going to be Korg until things change. So, he can be useful for defense, but I wouldn't worry about, like, ranking up your Korg. I wouldn't make it a priority, that's for sure. Philip, but sports type skills can beat up science nerds. They can, unless those science nerds got, abilities. Like, look at Beardo here. He's a science type nerd, I guess. But he got that super soldier serum, and he's probably going to beat up most skill types. And Cap is skilled, too. He's a master tactician and whatnot. Glory saying, this is why I'm puzzled at Hercules being cosmic and not skill to try and bring their class closer. Yeah, I don't really get that either. So why is he cosmic? Is that something to do with Marvel? Like canon or something, or what? I mean, obviously, I know that the like Zeus and that kind of stuff, they're part of like the pantheon of elder gods, kind of the same that Odin is, I think. But so I guess Hercules as the son of Zeus you could go cosmic that way, is what I'm assuming. But I don't know. Are there like Hercules comics? I've read some Marvel comics, but mostly I read Wolverine, X-Men, and Spider-Man when I was growing up, and that was when I was, 12 or 13 and massively depressed and hanging out in my room by myself. So that was 25 years ago. Shit, that makes me depressed now. But yeah, I don't know. Beardo is such a dang nerd. He is a nerd. He would be upset with me for having just said ish right there, I'm sure. Oh, should I not be taking... whatever. I think there are definitely more things they can do in the cosmic realm of things, too. Like, who would you guys like to see as far as cosmic champions brought to the game? I think Gore, the God Butcher, would be awesome. I don't know, I haven't read that story, but I've seen... Like, is anybody subscribed to Comicstorian or Comics Explained? Comics Explained, I don't watch every new video that comes out of his, but I've watched tons of those videos and seen his transition over YouTube over years from being a more shy guy to just being out there on camera doing this, whatever, losing weight, doing, like it just seems like, he seems like a cool dude, And his descriptions of some of those comic book stories, how much he knows and how excited he gets about all that stuff, I love it. I love anybody with passion. So watching him describe Gore the God Butcher and some of those Thor stories and that kind of stuff is totally awesome. I would love to see that be a champ in MCOC, for sure. Apparently they retconned saying they came from some kind of universe dimension or something. Some guy was saying this to me in a stream. Even if that's true, you could easily make a skill argument. Yeah, you definitely could. But I mean, he's skilled in that he's fought a lot, right, through the mythology, but he also had abilities on top of that skill. So I get that. But the cosmic aspect is like, well, he's just on Earth. So maybe if those elder gods came from elsewhere, I guess that could be cosmic, but Hercules is only ever on Earth, so I don't know. Adam Warlock would probably be my first choice, and I watch his channel too. Yeah, Warlock would be cool. I don't know what powers he has exactly though. I'm curious to see. So what was Warlock at the end of? Was he at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 that they were talking about that? Because we haven't seen anything more from him from the movies, right? Hello. In that sexy voice? Yeah. What is he, like, subscribe to my channel and if you want to hear more of my sexy voice. Yeah. I don't have a deep voice like he does, but yeah. You really love to see Sandman in this game, Kiko? Yeah. No, not cosmic, but skill. Would he be skill or would he be science? Like, what turns Sandman into Sandman? I don't remember. I remember... God, what is it? Spider-Man 3, where he's played by the dude who was on Wings, right? And it's just terrible. I've blacked out most of Spider-Man 3, I'm pretty sure. Like, all I remember is the dancing from the memes and whatnot. The Tobey Maguire terrible dancing. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for Adam? Yeah. Alright. Well, guys, I mean... I just filled up this whiskey. Should I keep going for a little bit here? Probably... my dog, whose name I shall not say, because I don't want her to come over and get up in my business, probably should go outside. And I guess I could probably eat something before I go to bed here. Whoops. But should I keep going for a little bit here? Should I finish my drink at least? Maybe I should just pound the drink down and finish it off pretty quickly here. Well, shoot. This probably isn't going to go well. Oh, okay. Gotta love the new Magneto. Topher, wild choice for Venom. Yeah, dude. What? Who in their right mind? Was the third one directed by Sam Raimi, too? I I love Sam Raimi. I love the first two Spider-Man. They were just awesome. No, wait, wasn't it that like... Was it a different director? I cannot remember. But yeah, Topher? Ridiculous, man. Interestingly enough, I actually played poker with Topher one time. Oh boy. Come on, why is this Iceman being such a douche? So, I was living in Las Vegas in 2005, and I ended up playing poker at the Palms with like 4 out of 6 cast members of that 70s show. And I remember taking like a $300 pot off of Hot Donna, Laura Prepon, and they were all like as funny as you'd expect. They're all pretty nice and just super chill, and yeah, it was good times. Ashton Kutcher wasn't there because something. I think he was the biggest one at the time, and then Mila Kunis wasn't there because she was not 21, I think. Not 100% sure about that. But the other ones were there. I think, is Danny Masterson like a crazy rapist or something? Maybe he's terrible. I don't know. He played Hyde. Yeah. Sorry. Adam Warlock, superhuman strength, speed, agility, and durability, flight, energy manipulation, and absorption, matter manipulation, expert in magic. Well, that seems kind of OP. Yeah, keep going, The Walking Dead. Thanks, man. Keeper the Soul Stone gem. Glory. Come on. Which boosted his... Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I know he's Keeper the Soul Stone. Philip, your dog thinks his nickname is he and him because of how much we don't say his name when talking about food. Yeah, that's funny. Kiko, you really wish Sentry was better. He's such an iconic character. Yeah, the only reason I know about him is because of Comics Explained and following that stuff. But he definitely does seem iconic, and it seems kind of lousy that he's got the fists of 1,000 pillows or whatever. Poker Story. Yeah, so I moved to Las Vegas when I was 21 in 2005 and worked at a couple different casinos. But I used to go and play poker at the Palms and the Rio, which I don't know if you've ever been to Vegas, but they're basically across from each other and they're both just slightly off of the strip. And if you went there on weekends, there would be just a ton of tourists coming to play poker, and they sucked. So if you just sat around for a couple hours and were patient, I'd only play like 2-5 no limit poker, and you could just sit there for a couple hours. You get a bunch of tourists who thought they were cool, and you just would end up making a decent amount of money. And so I think the first night that I moved there, we hadn't even found an apartment yet. Or no, did we find an apartment first? I can't remember exactly how it went, but one of the first nights we were there at like 4 a.m. at the Palms, and there was a couple different super popular poker people at the time, like Phil Hellmuth and Phil Ivey and excuse me, a couple other people that I recognized from watching different poker shows or whatnot. And they were playing poker with A-Rod. And it was funny because I remember A-Rod had a game in Los Angeles the next day. This is when he was playing for the Yankees. And he went 0 for 5 the next day. And I was like, dude, I should so call George Steinbrenner up and be like, you know why he went 0 for 5? Because he was playing poker at the Palms in Las Vegas till 4 o'clock in the morning. What a bum. Anyways, so I used to go there. Those are like my 2 main places because I didn't have to go all the way onto the strip. And they were just kind of, I don't know, they were new enough, but they weren't like in everything, So if you just went there and hung out on the weekends, you could make a couple bucks pretty easy usually. And I remember there was one night where like the 4 of them all came in and sat down at that poker table and ended up playing with them. And I played with them for a couple hours, and everyone was kind of like, they're celebrities and slightly in awe and whatnot, but they were just like totally normal people, totally awesome. Laura Prepon, whatever the hell her name is. She is super pretty in person too. Like she was, oof, yeah. I never watched her on what was the show she was on Netflix? The Orange is the New Black or whatever. Never watched her on that, but yeah, she yeah. She was nice and funny and hot in person, and that's, you know, really all you can ask for. So yeah, anyway, I ended up taking a pot for like $300 off her and something, and she kind of talked some shit, and yeah, it was fun. I don't know, I don't even remember what hand I had, but it was cool. I default to the comics on the name of them. Default, huh? On the name of what, Glory? Oh. Do they say the Soul Gem in the comics? Okay, fair enough. Is it just in the MCU that they say the Soul Stone? I did not know that, and in that case, I apologize, and I'm the noob, apparently. Wow, speaking of noobs, I'm getting beat down by VTD here. It's ridiculous. Hey, buddy. There you go. You watched it because she was on it? Yeah. Yeah, I remember her in Maxim magazine or something, and it was just like, yeah. Laura Prepon, not bad. Alright. Wow, I didn't even know those guys had a synergy. Is that true, Philip? It's short for Christopher? I did not know that either, actually. Why would you... Oh. Is it like a douchey Hollywood actor kind of thing? You choose to go with, I'm Topher. I'm Topher Grace. Like, was Christopher Grace his real name and he decided Topher would be his acting name? I don't know. I don't think that would ever be a choice that I made. Then again, my name is Aaron, so what am I going to shorten it to? Ron? Nobody's ever shortening their name to Ron. Yeah, it doesn't matter, Gloria. I was just giving you a hard time. Was there any, like, point to this Punisher 2099 buff? Like, did it do anything at all? I have not seen anyone talk about it or anything come of it, really. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I guess it is getting to be kind of late, and I got, I'm in my fantasy football for my work league. I'm in the playoffs here. Going against the manager. His charges, yeah, I don't know. I didn't notice anything really. He can stun on heavies. He could always stun on heavies, Kiko. Like, that's not anything new. Wow, that dash in right there, that was 100% accidental. That me going for the heavy and getting hit, that was not accidental. Oh. I think I probably will call it here pretty soon, guys. Just because I do need to get up before 10 a.m. to make sure that my lineups are set. And good to go. I don't know if any of you guys follow football or pay attention or do fantasy or anything like that. I had Stephon Diggs today, which I honestly did not realize there was a football game today, so I didn't watch it at all. But I found out later, it's like, oh, he got like 20-something points, so that was cool. Alright, so should I finish this off the same way as Brian does and like spin out a few crystals? I seriously have not opened a crystal in, or a PHC or whatever, in forever. Is it late enough that I can help my alliance out? Woohoo! Exciting. This is the content I'm sure you guys came for. Yay! All right, we're at 1,112 requests. I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. Yeah. Oh, all right. So, do I spin out PHCs? What do I do? I got like 1.5 million of these things. Just ridiculous. So I stopped going for the mutants and skill dual class crystal recently because I'm going for the 5-star featured because I want that Wolverine in there. Should I just spin out a featured 5-star hero crystal? Let's just do that and call it good. F it. It's just manners. Yeah. Well, Philip, I appreciate you being around for this. I appreciate everybody who was in here tonight, who stopped by, who's still here. It's a featured 5-star crystal here to finish out my first ever live stream, which, you know, I think went okay. I yammered on for quite a while, so just letting it spin out on its own, give us as much time together as we can possibly have. Really, all I want out of this is Wolverine, so yeah. Looks like he is not coming around on this. Oh, yeah, okay. 5-star Havoc. Is probably Sig 40? Oh, Sig 60. Exciting. Okay. Eh. It is what it is. Cool. Nope. Don't want to get that offer. Thank you. No. Not going to forget about it. I should have a new crystal soon enough. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure there's probably no ladies in here, but yeah. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me. I do think I'm going to go ahead and try to make this a regular event. Thank you very much to the Glory of Man for $20 donation. Thanks to Tom as well for making me read his terrible joke. Thanks to Euthanitis, my wonderful alliance mate, for sending over $5 as well. Shit, man, $26 is more money than I have actually earned in the last month on my COVID break here. So, yeah, good times. Thanks for being around. The Walking Dead, great stream. I appreciate it, Big Red. Dude, awesome. Yeah, dude, I should probably be doing this tomorrow. Chris, thank you very much for hanging out. Kiko, definitely thanks for hanging out. Philip, guys, I appreciate you all hanging out. Yeah, I'll probably just stream tomorrow night after BG gets done, so like 11 p.m. West Coast time. And, or I guess that would be, what, 8 a.m. for The Walking Dead, right? You're 9 hours ahead of the West Coast. That's pretty early, dude. I appreciate you being here. Thank you guys all very much for hanging out with me, and I'll maybe see you tomorrow, okay? Sounds good.